Hey, welcome back to episode 2 of Life Refactored. My IRL schedule got a little bit hectic and I got really behind making content, but I'm back now. I'll be giving you a breakdown of all the gear I've been using over the last couple of years and explain how each piece has ultimately made traveling easier for me. I really debated making a gear focused video, but I love them, so here I am. I mean, I'll watch Nomad Nations, Pack Hacker, Away Together, like a podcast, even if I'm not interested in the bag. Like, is it YKK? You know, how premium does that fabric feel? Like, how buttery is it? And thanks to all the creators, because it's made this process significantly easier when they're able to give such highly detailed reviews of the bags. It's nice. Specifically. Now, this is the gear that works best for me and for what I travel with. I'll talk more about specific items probably on a different video, but I'll briefly show a few loadouts at the end to kind of show you what I'm working with and what has been working really well. I'll also timestamp everything below because, love timestamps. Feel free to jump around and leave any comments if you have any questions. All right, so section 1, rolly luggage and backpacks. First up is the Bellroy Transit carry-on. It is fantastic, great build quality, minimal, and really forces you to be intentional about what you're packing into it. To give you a look of the inside, I mean, on their channels, obviously, you have more detailed reviews, but yeah, the 2 packing cubes on this side. Usually I just pack all my clothes over here, and I'll show you a sample loadout later about what I add to this side. But yeah, nice and minimal, looks good, feels premium. Next up is the Carry Max Edc, 26 liters. This thing is freaking amazing. I don't know how they do it, but this thing is so comfortable to wear. It's a little bit bigger than what I would expect for a personal item, but it works. I typically fly Delta, so all these will fit within their carry-on restrictions. In some economy seats, I will have issues. If this part is fully extended, I'll have some issues putting it underneath the seat. But other than that, if it fits perfectly, I'll show some B-roll of it fitting. This is extremely versatile. It might be a touch overkill for a personal item, but it gives me so much flexibility on a trip. Yeah, this is great size for those day trips. You know, if you're not gonna be back to the hotel for the rest of the day, this is a great option. You can carry extra chargers, your rain shells, extra snacks, camera gear. You go a whole day and it's so comfy, like it's perfect. I won't go into too much detail, but I really love the side access and how much room this front pocket is able to hold. Just for a quick example, I usually have, well, I'll get into this later, but the Evergoods flight, well, not CPL1, I usually slap that thing in there with some headphones and it has plenty of space. Next, I really like the side pocket here. It's big enough to fit my passport wallet, and also this top laptop pocket. I can't show you, but it's actually really great to fit the Osmo Pocket in there. It just lays flat right in here. I can pull it out, record. Last in this category is the Pakt 45-liter travel backpack. Now, this was my very first purchase because I was really into the 1.5 travel, and this kind of satisfied everything I needed. But once you have it packed out, it's heavy. The clamshell opening is very nice, and I love the laptop protection. It literally floats in between of everything, so I can layer it close on either side. I don't use this as much for international trips anymore, just because it's really heavy. And I've kind of transitioned to a more casual travel experience. But I do use it for shorter trips and usually weekend trips where I don't really feel like lugging around or rolling around the the Bellroy. This thing still comes in handy. It's probably a little bit overkill for what I need now. I think I was looking at maybe getting the Serio lightweight 35 liter. I think that'd probably be better now that I have my gear clothes kind of locked in better. That way I'm not overpacking as much. But this still does a really great job. My only issue with it really is that it collects a lot of lint. I don't know if you can tell, but it really is such a minor dislike. This is a great bag. Next up is Slings. First on that list is the Able Carry Core Sling 3 liter. This thing is my new favorite sling. I'm using this basically every day. It has just enough room for, I'm recording with the pocket, but the pocket fits in there nicely, and the Osmo Nano with this little setup and tripod fits in there perfectly with a phone, wallet, some keys, probably like a little portable charger, and usually I carry around this little phone magnet stand tripod from Ulanzi. Yeah, this thing is great. I haven't been taking it on trips. I think I'm going to try to pack it this next upcoming trip in November, but this is kind of like my go-to every day right now. Fantastic. The only reason I don't take this on trips as of right now is because it doesn't carry my camera. So this is the Sony A7C Mark II with the 1.5 35 millimeter G Master lens. It just doesn't fit the way I need it to fit for like an everyday sling. It just doesn't close. As you can see that there. If there was like a slightly bigger version where it can probably fit, I do like the fact that it's padded, and then I'll get into that with some of the other slings, is that I really would just want something a little more padded, something slightly bigger that I can slap this thing into. Next up is the Bellroy 10 liter camera sling. This is actually a recent addition right before Mexico City. Well, I ended up getting sick on that trip, so I couldn't use it as much as I wanted to. But when I was feeling okay, it actually worked out really great, really great. Wait. Yeah, so it fits camera perfectly, as long as with, I usually either had the pocket, or if it was raining, I had the Osmo Nano, and then usually a charger, usually my passport as well. Yeah, it just fits, worked out really well to keep like this little content creator kit in. Another great thing about it was when it's unpacked, it actually packs down very slim. So I was able to either throw it into my backpack and kind of carry it around as my camera cube, which is kind of excessive, but I didn't really want to walk around with a huge backpack every day. So I was able to have this as a sling, and it worked out great. I still need to figure out a good way to travel with it. Maybe I'll probably take a camera cube in my backpack next time and put this into the Bellroy. This was a fantastic addition. Only minor thing I don't like about it, which maybe they can add to the next version, is it doesn't have a security pocket, which isn't a huge issue. The passport kind of just set right on the back here. It would be super nice if it had just an extra security one, just so I can slap some passports in there, maybe some cash. Next up is the Alpaka Bravo Sling Max. This was my main travel sling up until I got the Bellroy that I just mentioned. It fits everything I need. I didn't have this lens, but the same combo fit in here. Had a nice level of padding. It wasn't too bulky with that in there. It didn't look like a camera bag, and that's like one of my big boxes when it comes to these slings, is I don't want it to look like a camera sling. Maybe it's just because I know what they look like, but I want something that has the extra padding. That gives me a little, little bit of extra peace of mind, but also be just big enough for, my camera and a lens, and maybe like a little smaller camera, and that's it, right? I don't want to carry too much day to day. but I want something that's like right in between. I feel like these two bags are very similar in the sense. I really love the look of this Alpaka. You can see it here. I really love the look of the Alpaka. I really love the actual strap too. Is really super nice. I think this strap was actually a little bit better than the Bellroy strap. Just because it had these added, loop points, so you can put the camera on there. I mean, this even worked for, I think the way Maurice uses it, he puts his Nano or the action cam for POV shots, which is a great idea. I didn't even think about doing that. It was really nice to have this laptop. I do have a MacBook Air. MacBook Air fit into the laptop sleeve of this. The laptop sleeve of this. It worked really well for the 1.5 travel. Only reason why I ended up getting the Bellroy Sling, just for a little added flexibility if I wanted to ever bring multiple lenses. Next up is the Tomtoc 3.5 liter. This is actually my main sling up until I got the Able Carry. Took this to Japan and it worked out really great. It's super packable, lightweight, water resistant. It just worked really well, and it was in the price range at the time for what I needed. It's flexible enough to fit my camera, but also it had a slight amount of padding in there for it, but still it wasn't exactly what I wanted. Section 3 is tech pouches. All right, starting with the Evergoods CAP2. Holds all of my tech stuff, so right when I get into the hotel, I'll take this out of my bag, slap it onto the desk. Well, you can't really see it there, but slap it on the desk and I'm good to go. This thing has been amazing. I love the form factor. I love how it packs, which I'll show you later in the video, but this has been my go-to since getting it, and it's great. Next up is the Evergoods CAP1. This is my flight caddy. Pull this thing out and slap it right into the pouch in front of me. It'll hold usually my AirFly, backup power, maybe some Kleenex. This thing has been a phenomenal game changer when it comes to my in-flight needs. If I need my, SSD to work. One thing that I think would be great, a great addition to this, or maybe just a different version that's more document related, just to have an external access point here, similar to how this functions on the CAP2. I'd be able to slap my phone in here and my passport, just carry this on to the plane with me, or slap this back into my backpack. I don't know. Tell me what your thoughts in the comments. Next up is the Peak Design tech pouch. The Evergoods CAP2 ended up replacing this as the primary tech pouch, but this one has served me really well. I wanted something a little more flexible. This has been really good for just tech stuff, with the benefit of the Pakt Evergoods CAP2 was that I could, break down my camera, slap it in here, and use this as a packing cube, where this kind of lacked that ability to do that. Still a great one, and still something that I use every day. Last up is the Alpaka Vertex pouch. Very similar to the Evergoods system. I actually got this before I got the Evergoods. I wanted to be able to have like a camera packing cube that I can pack all of my tech in as well. That way I can pull out the camera when I got there and leave everything else ready, available for me for for the hotel. The only downside that I found that I ended up preferring was the packing form factor was a little different. So the Evergoods CAP2 really just maximized all the space in every bag that it fits in. It's very minimal, as you can see. Maybe you can. It's very minimal. Honestly, it's me kind of just nitpicking a little bit, but this they both are fantastic products, and I use them. You can use them interchangeably. I did originally really like the fact that I could turn this into a sling, and the freaking handle. The handle on this thing is so freaking nice. But other than that, this is a great pouch. All right, so section 4, loadouts. All right, loadout 1. We have the Bellroy Transit Carry-On rolly bag and the Able Carry Max Edc. Yeah, this works good. Super, super easy, very casual, I would say borderline low effort setup. Oh dang, some stairs. Collapse it down, grab it. Why am I showing this? I have no idea, but I mean, that's how easy it is. Overhead. Ooh, it's super bright. Yeah, super easy setup, super minimal, super light, breaks down easy. Yeah, this is definitely my go-to travel setup nowadays. This is sufficient enough for at least 14 days. Loadout 2, I got this entirely off of Mari Smooths because I was really into the 1.5 travel setup. Super minimal. I mean, his system works fantastic, and I mean, just give you a little quick demo. I mean, you'll see it better on his end, but I don't have the back packed out, but it is what it is. Super easy for, oh, stairs. It works great. The 30 liter would probably fit a touch better, just because I've kind of have my gear kind of locked in at this point. But this is, oh, that's super blown out. This has worked out really, really well. Super minimal. Really have to lock in your gear. I like this access here because I'm able to, if I am traveling, I am in transit, I'm able to pull it out, shoot some photos. Really forces me to be intentional about what I'm bringing on the trip, and I think it makes traveling more fun that way. That was a quick high-level overview of what I've been using the past couple years for travel. In the next video, I'll be going into how and what I pack for my trips. Thanks again to all the gear review channels out there. It really streamlined my research and allowed me to test and acquire versatile functional gear. It was a missing component to my travel planning that I didn't know I needed. Now traveling is just a matter of choosing where to go next and how to get there. Anyways, if you made it this far, leave a comment below. Thank you, and I will catch you on the next one.